Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently dealing with these uprisings. We got rid of the big issue. There is another dangerous faction behind this, and what is that? These guys. Yeah, they haven't sent their demand in like 30 years. I'm not sure they're going to. I guess we'll find out. So we are heading in over this way. We're looking to eliminate these guys. Now, their leader is here. We may or may not capture him. If we capture him, it's the end of this war. That would be nice, but it's not the end of the world if we don't get him. So let's just head on in here. I mean, I am kind of... Well, we're definitely going to stack wipe him just because of the way that these Peasant Uprisings work. I also want to check in on these guys. Yeah, they're going to take a bit to get up there. Okay. So in we go. We did not capture him. We did win battles now. So that means that they can't win from occupied holdings unless they get ticking war score. So we could siege this back. We do not have a siege commander here, and I wouldn't mind putting one in. Now, they have a small force that's walking in on us, which is hilarious. I don't know why they've chosen to do this. Okay. They stopped, and they restarted. They're just doing this number. Okay, so we're going to split it in half, and we're going to send not these guys, but rather these guys up. The reason I don't want to send these is this is our siege commander. We're going to go do that. No problem. We're going to head in up here. We'll arrive in plenty of time to stop this force. Now, these guys are hemorrhaging troops due to supplies. That's expected, fully. It's okay for the time being. We're going to beat these, and the question then becomes, where is the leadership? Over here. Okay. Hello, pause menu. So we're going to make our way over there eventually, but this is going to have to happen first. I want to check in up over this way. These guys can actually start a slow siege over here? Do we have another siege commander to put in here? Slow sieges are far more efficient with a siege commander, and we do indeed. So that's perfect. So we're going to eliminate these guys. No real problem there. Excellent. Then we're going to come down over here next. We'll arrive there in 5 months. We should have plenty of time. Cool. So these slow sieges are underway. This guy's kind of running around up here and not doing anything really of note. These guys don't have ticking at this time. Okay, so it would be like somewhere down here. Got it. Certainly a little awkward. No doubt about it. A little awkward. But for now, we will proceed with these siege backs. It's going to be faster than what we're seeing here, for sure. And we're going to make our way on over. Now we're at minus 67 here. And we have ticking war score with the Egyptians. We don't actually mind white piecing against populists, for that matter. Yeah. I mean, locals pacified for 25 years, but we don't necessarily mind white piecing if we can get away with it. I do want to check to see if this leader has moved to another army, and he has. He's actually moved to this army out here. We've got 32,000 unraised soldiers. What if we were to raise up a few over here? We wouldn't need more than, like, 6,000 tops. We'll keep an eye on that. We are, of course, on our way over here. These sieges are underway. Well underway, in fact. I did not mean to go down to speed 2. Perfect. We definitely want to fight these guys. I would love to get another roll on their leader. So we'll see how that goes. Our army over here is closing in. Our siege forces are making solid progress. 3 and 6 months left, respectively. After they're done with that, they're going to head down this way to attempt to get ticking war score on our side. Actually, down like over here. So that'll be fine. We're starting to finally get troops over here now. So that's good. This guy's still running around over here. Now, keep in mind, this is within the dotted line here. So this is within the war goal for one of these wars. This guy is in this war here. So that's this one. This is not the war goal for that war. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So you can see here we've taken some pretty big attrition hits here. That's, in all honesty, fully expected. We have about 6,000 troops over here now, and this is enough. So we're going to stop gathering them, and we're going to walk in over here. We're hoping to capture this leader again. That would be awful nice if we managed to pull that off. I think the odds are low, but we may as well roll it. Cool. Now keep in mind, because of this battle war score, they can't actually win this because it's capped at minus 100 unless they manage to get ticking war score on their side. Now we did just finish up a siege up here. Yep, that was this one. We're going to move these guys down to here. I don't think they're going to be able to siege that, but we'll take a look at it. This battle is occurring as expected. Okay. So that was a stack wipe, and we're going to head down over this way. This is where the leadership of Egypt's rebellion is. This is also the primary force. And yeah, this is basically their entire force right here. So that's very convenient for us. This is much less convenient up here, if I'm honest. So we've got 2 months left on this siege. These guys are winning their battle. We really hope that we capture this leader. That would be very useful here. However, slow sieging over here would work just fine. Now, we did not capture their leader, sadly. But we're looking for a fairly low-level fort, like this one. Up we go, and we'd love to have a crappy siege leader here. I saw one as I scrolled through very quickly there. Here's one. Perfect. So these guys are going to head in. They'll take this force. We do expect them to win that. This siege will end, and they're going to head down to here. As soon as that siege is over, any moment now. 5 days. There we go. So then we're going to head down over this way. Beautiful. Next up, we do need to do some ransoming, and we can change this guy's contract. 7 troops or 0.1 tax per month. We're going to take the tax per month, I think. Thank you very much. We're going to use the hook, of course. There we go. And we're going to ransom off any of these prisoners who are not vassals to help us work our way out of debt a little bit. This isn't going to get us all the way out of debt, for sure. Like, that's never going to happen right now. It's going to happen, but not yet. Okay, so we need to let that update. There we go. And the last 3 here. In fact, that's all we've got for now. Cool. So these sieges are underway. I want to check in on this army. We did win this. Beautiful. So we're going to head down over here next. And we know that there's these 3. So that's what? Like 15,000? Like 18,000? Okay, close enough. 17,000. Yeah. So that's their entire force down there. We can eliminate that for sure. Ah. Albany. I did not see Albany coming over here. That's my own fault. And we're probably just going to get stack wiped here. They have a large advantage on us. I definitely did not see them walking over. That's 100% my own fault. So the question is, we're still positive in war score. So that's what's important right now. Cool. Okay, so we need to eliminate the Egyptian force. That's a big deal right now. The slow sieging over here will continue for now, and I want to see, let's see, this is occupied by this gentleman. No objectives held. So that's perfect. Very, very good. Cool. So our Egyptian force is going to be done here fairly soon. Once they're done there, they're just going to make their way down like this and eliminate this. That will get rid of this uprising. Now, these guys are not currently capable of ending the war. We'll keep a close eye on that. These guys actually are capable of ending the war. They have 52,000 troops in total. Okay. So we're going to need to come up this way once we're done with these slow sieges. We're absolutely going to have to hit here. That's fine. Ooh, we captured their leader here for Egypt. So these guys are now freed up. Where do they go? That is a good question. We want them to come after this rebellion. And Ireland might be the way to go here. They've got these troops here. They've got the Irish troops. The leader is in Ireland. I think that Ireland is indeed the way to go. When would we arrive here? We would arrive here in 9 months. That's honestly not too bad. They have 22 months on their siege. So let's do that. That sounds good to me. We're going to be arriving there around, well, actually, it's not going to be around the same time that we finish this. These sieges should finish a decent chunk before then. We are working our way out of debt, of course, and we're going to continue to work on that as we have additional guys in this list that we're just going to take money from. Beautiful. Of course, these rebellions are the price that we pay for the bubonic plague that swept through our capital. That's just the way it works. That instability is unhelpful. But we're not having any major issues here. They're not currently capable. Yeah, they're not currently capable of winning these wars. So that's absolutely fine. No problem here. We're going to take this territory here, which should, I think, get us ticking war score. Maybe. I'm not 100% that it'll get us ticking war score, actually, now that I think about it. I'm not 100% on that. We are embarking over here, and yes, that will be expensive. That is to be expected. And we have taken heavy attrition over here. That's also to be expected. Now, I want to look... Okay. So we're going to need to send them here and here. Are the 2 locations that we're going to go. So these guys, they're going to go to the further one first, I think. Cool. So that'll be fine. I'm now expecting that we might get ticking war score here. I don't know that for an absolute fact, but I think that we might get ticking war score from that. It would be convenient if we did, but I'm not 100% going to say that that's going to be a thing. Okay, so 3 months left there. We are cruising overseas. So that's great. We're going to be making our way all the way through here and landing up in Ireland fairly shortly. Now, I'm actually thinking 4 months, 4 months. I mean, we know that this is the fastest way to get to this location, so that'll be fine. We should have no trouble defeating this force, even with our recently disembarked and our out of supplies and our in-debt malices. I think that we're still going to be able to defeat this force handily, even with all of those penalties. At least that's the hope. Now, 3 years here, this attrition is going to be rough. There's no doubt about that. These guys are moving north. We're going to walk back and resupply rather than doing this. We don't want to risk losing these forces, so we're going to walk up over here and over here. Okay. Now, we have taken some pretty big attrition ticks as we make our ways through the seas here. But I still think we win this. We'll arrive in how long? Ooh, that was a big attrition tick there. Yikes. 40 days? Okay. We're actually going to land up over here. We are taking huge attrition right now. 15% due to lack of supplies. So we're going to resupply once we get up here. We have some time still. I mean, even if they take this, it's not a big deal. So that'll be okay. These guys are moving up here and resupplying, and we're just keeping an eye on these for the time being. We're going to bring in reinforcements later on. So we'll land here, and we're just checking the supplies here. So we're going to split this. Actually, sieging this is fine. But we're going to split this, and we're going to move up over here. So we'll get these sieges done soon enough. Yeah, we're going to take attrition moving there, but that's expected. Okay, so 3 months and 7 days. Sure. These guys, once they take this, they're going to split again. And we're going to move them over here, but we're also going to move these bombards. There we go. Cool. So they're going to arrive over here. These guys are going to work on resupplying. Okay, we'll group those together. No siege commander here or here right now. That's understood. Okay, so these guys, they're chilling out over here and resupplying. Now, supply limits over here aren't great, so we're going to split them. And split these as well. There we go. These guys will go ahead and split, and we will split off the bombards. These guys will head over here. Now we're going to need to organize these a little bit more carefully. These are currently all levies. We do want to move our armored horsemen and our knight over to here. So we want this to be all levies and bombards for the moment. That'll do. And then this here, we can... Let's see here. Who is this? Bombards. For the moment, that's okay, I think. Yeah, we'll leave that be. There. Now these guys will move up over here. And then we're going to split off these lads. They're going to head over here. And we're just going to resupply for a bit here. That is desperately needing to happen, the resupply. Now we can take a lifestyle perk here. We could take Golden Aplomb, and that'll be okay. Want to check in on these lads over here. They are resupplying as well. So we have this under our control. This now becomes our siege force. We're going to let them resupply for a little bit. I also want to put in a siege commander here. With the bombards, it's not strictly speaking necessary, but I do want to put that in. They're going to move up over here. They're going to get one supply tick on the way over, and then they're going to head into here. They'll arrive in 15 days. We're going to make sure that they get a supply tick before they head in. Ah, this guy's finally sending his... Okay, this is fine. You'll have it in death. So they're starting up another uprising. This is unsurprising. And this is what? Down over here? Yes, down over here. That's okay. So we're going to resupply up here. Group all of these guys together. And as we resupply, this is completely fine. We're going to move in over here now. These guys are going to group up. And yes, they will be over the supply limit. They're going to group up down over here. And they're going to look to move in on this force. Now that they have supplies and are no longer recently disembarked. Our men-at-arms are of questionable size right now, for sure. But we broke their siege, and that's what we wanted. So the question is, what do we think about winning this? It's not very likely, but we might be able to catch their forces untogether. That's not a good way of expressing that. Like this, actually. They're splitting up nicely for us. So we're going to continue to siege up here for the moment. Going to check in on these guys. There are some guys fairly close. We're not too concerned about that. I want to check. Ooh, okay. These guys have ticking war score now. Are you part of that war? You are not. Okay. Who is? These guys over here are. Are you? Yes. Okay, so we're going to extort our subjects here. We're very close to coming out of debt. We're going to take these guys up over this way. Unfortunately, we're going to be taking pretty heavy attrition doing this. I don't see too much of an option. We're going to move up over here. Don't worry, I'll have everyone pay. So that puts us positive in our income. We're going to walk up and... Peasants. Okay. Everybody's deciding to go nuts right now. So as far as the peasants go, let's see over here. Who are you? Oh, you're part of this war. Okay. Good to know. We're going to raise up a few troops over here. We're not going to need too many. Only around 6,000. This should do. We're going to head on in over here, and then we're going to go deal with these guys. Okay. So this force has finished their siege. They're going to move up over here. These guys are going to move down this direction. For now. Now, we want these guys to continue their movements. That'll do for now. These guys are going to move up, and we're going to raise up additional forces over here. We need to come fight these guys. That is very important right now. So we're going to do that, and we want to catch this force here. I was hoping that we would be able to catch them there. Sadly, that's not the case. We captured a prisoner in a siege. We have another faction brewing. I'm not shocked by this. Not shocked at all. Who is this? Norwegian Orthodox, huh? Okay. Well, that's fine for now. I mean, this is getting progressively irritating, but it's okay for the moment. So we're raising additional troops over here, and on our way in. We'll arrive here in 2 months. Cool. So they're grouping up over here. That's good to know. Now, we're walking in up here. It thinks that we're going to lose this. These guys are leaving. When are we going to arrive? We're going to arrive in 11 days. They're going to leave in how many? 2 days, 7 days, 6 days. Okay, so we're going to catch them not all there. Cool. So that's fine. We win this battle, looks like. That's exactly what we were hoping for. Their reinforcements are going to come in, and they're actually there in time. So it comes down to rolls at this point. Advantage is slightly in their favor. We're rolling well, but not well enough, and our commander died. Wait, what is this? Oh, the Peasant Uprising. So we'll enforce that. That's okay. Now, we're going to come over to here. These guys are going to head up here. Okay. Our commander dying here is not helpful under any circumstances. We're going to retreat. And where do we retreat to, is the question. These guys should be capable of holding their own against this force, but not really against these guys. So we'll see where we retreat to. That doesn't seem like that's the whole retreat, but okay. We'll keep an eye on that. Now, these guys are walking in over here. I'm not shocked about this. This is about what I expected. We're going to put in this guy who is a winter soldier. He is going to be much better now, and we are going to be able to raise a few more troops, and all of these guys are going to eventually filter in. They will arrive there in 44 days, and we're hoping, fingers crossed, that this is enough. Okay, now we need to check in on our retreat status over here. Unfortunately, with our leader dying here, that makes things complicated. Okay, we're retreating where we told them to. Good. So these guys are all headed in. We did get a few extra troops over here. Unfortunately, when these guys arrive, actually that's not very many high quality troops. Is it enough? We're moving so slowly. We have reinforcements almost there, but we're going to pile in very, very slowly. For sure. Okay. I think we're going to make it. Good. Unfortunately, while we were looking at that, these guys got caught. We're going to move in reinforcements over here. And Scroll. There we go. We're going to put in this guy. We will arrive there in 10 days. That's how long they have to last here. Man. Alba is kind of wrecking us, I'll be honest. And this is our siege force. So that's not actually hugely problematic for us, losing our siege force right now. This is a little problematic for us, that force died on, like, 1 day away from getting there. We are piling in up here, and this is very, very good for us. We're hoping to capture their leader. That would be ideal. Now, this force over here. They're going to need to retreat, of course. And they're going to go ahead and do that. These guys are going to win. And we did capture him. Okay. That is actually enormous. We need to take stock of what's going on over here now. This army is still present. Okay, I was hoping they would be part of the faction we just defeated. They are, in fact, part of this faction. Where is this leader at? He is in this stack. Got it. So this is enemy territory. This is not. We're going to raise a few additional troops here. And these guys are going to need to do something. The question is what? It is time to put a cut in here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will deal with these two uprisings. We are now in a better position than we previously were. It looks like our retreat is going up over here, so that's interesting. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.